show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Alrighty, y'all. Welcome to Soul Snatchers. I am Sage,
And I'm Rain.
and hope y'all are in for a really good treat this Friday. Got a lot of good things. Got an interview coming up at about 6, and we're just gonna be, doing all of that. Got some really interesting subjects that we've been doing some research on to share with you guys today. So let us get started with that.
First of all, though, I want to announce that the song that everybody heard coming in is Dead Dreams and Silhouette Death himself that day.
Yes, Dead's a really awesome dude. Like, he makes a lot of great music, along with DJ Shadow. So we give a big shout out to them.
Yes.
So first on our agenda of subjects of the LGBTQ, community, there is going to be a lot of lawsuits against schools, mainly, literally all religious schools that are somehow exempt from discriminating against LGBTQ students. And a lot of students are getting the gall and being like, hey,
That's not right.
hell no, that ain't right.
I've been seeing stuff about that. I didn't know what that was about. Like, it's saying help the LGBTQ fight against bullying and discrimination. I had no idea that's what that was about.
Yes, unfortunately, because a lot of religious schools or whatnot, they're not approved of the LGBTQ community, which is just ass backwards because any religion, any religion would be about community, love, acceptance, but you don't love me for my choices, which is just ridiculous.
Well, I can say from past experience, here's a fact that some people didn't know about me is that I went to a private school myself and I hid everything.
Awesome. I went to a private school myself, and look how it turned out.
Hey, Des. Hey, Sarah. How's everybody doing?
Hey, you guys. Glad you guys stopped in. So yes, that is the most. I mean, you don't have to go and eat dinner at somebody's house to show you support them,
Right.
or you really don't have to love their decision, but you cannot shake a finger at them and say, well, you don't get to thrive in the world because you're married to a woman, or you don't get to thrive in the world because you're married to a guy, or because you're trans. Like, no, we're not freaking doing that at all.
Everybody should be accepted as they are, how they are. It just does not matter. And everybody, let us know how you feel about this in the comments. I mean, we do really have a lot of stuff to cover today.
Right, we have so freaking much. I'm so proud.
So what else is going on in our world, babe?
Apparently there is a bill that is going to be passed that will say that trans students will not be able to participate in sports.
Babe, that already passed in one
Did
state. Well, 2 states, and there's more that are thinking of passing it.
That's disturbing.
Yes.
I don't know why. Again, it's about thriving just as a human being. Why would you shake a finger and be like, "Oh, well, you don't matter. You don't get to." This is a straight up a Rudolph moment. Like, you're different. You don't get to play in any reindeer games. Ew.
We're glad you're well, Daz.
Like fuck you.
Well, I know, but that.
Hey, David. How are you?
That bill that was passed for the sport, the transgender people not being allowed to play sports, also included the refusal of medical care for people in our community, as well as the only thing that they are not allowed to refuse is if it's an emergency, which that is really scary.
The fact that if I happen to break my leg and go to the hospital and they're like, you know what, I'm a doctor and I really don't want to approve your decisions, like you should probably leave. I'm like, you should probably kiss my ass because you can't refuse me. Okay, if it's something simple like, oh, I need Tylenol for a headache.
Yes, Sarah, it really is.
That's nobody should be refusing anybody for any reason. Like medical wise, like again, if I fall and break my leg, I'm like, oh, I need my leg, some surgery on my leg, and they're just like, you're married to a woman. No, we're not doing that. What the hell?
But like I know for a fact it's been approved in Arkansas. I think another state approved it, and possibly more states are going to go along with it too.
Of course, Arkansas. That sure is funny because these same doctors that, because they have a moral code, if they don't agree with it, they get to deny you. Well, what about the motherfuckers that, plastic surgeons that literally take all the plastic from the ocean and put it in people's bodies?
Yeah.
Hey, I have 36 double Z boobs. Yeah, sure. Come back for 32 more surgeries. I can make you look like a nasty Barbie. What about them? Like, they need a moral code. Like,
yeah.
Even if you're paying somebody, be like, well, it's not my place to say anything. They're paying me. Where do you draw the freaking line? Like,
Sarah says that's bullshit. David Derryberry says all lives matter.
Yes.
And Sarah says fuck that.
Yeah.
All lives do matter. No matter who you are in life, what you support, what you're about, everybody does matter. Exactly. And they should have the same, we all should have the same opportunities and experiences that everybody else does.
Exactly. Because, I mean, when me and Rain finally are married, I'm definitely afraid of if something were to, not horribly bad or something happened to me or her and we have to go visit each other in the hospital or we have to medically sign a paperwork saying, well, I'm her wife. I have medical say over what happens. And they're like, no, you don't. Be like, I'm married, so I think I do. What the fuck? Like, yeah, your moral opinion.
If it's my wishes, they have to honor it.
Right. Otherwise they get sued, which apparently this is going to be a big lawsuit, just like the whole kicking LGBTQ students out of school or denying them certain educational rights.
Now, what's your thoughts going on with Little Nas, and how do you feel about how people are treating him?
I love Little Nas. I mean, a wise person that I was talking to just a little bit ago was like, well, people are mad because he didn't come out. Now they're mad because he came out.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, what the hell do you people freaking want? And his video, if you notice, it's kind of making fun of traditional religion. Like, again, all religion is about, love and acceptance and whatnot. But I mean, just giving the devil a lap dance. That's just wholeheartedly my life right there. Like, yay.
David says yes, but hard to get respect. I agree with that.
Yeah, David.
And Des says over here in England, there are no prejudices to LGBTQ.
We should probably move there.
Yeah.
David, expect us at some point.
You mean Daz?
Daz. I don't know why I said David. I was thinking about David. Daz, expect us at some point because I would like to know how over there in the UK works. And by works, I mean, do you guys have the same major issues that's kind of swept under the rug? Like, do you guys have pride parades? I'm not over there, so I don't know, and nor do I Google it. But like, do you guys have pride parades or anything like that?
Well, I'm going to look at it this way. Little Nas made his decision. He's come out, and I support him 100%.
Yes. Why lie
But
about
me,
who you
I
are?
support everybody. I love everybody. Because a lot of people don't want to let the real person out on who they are because they're afraid they're going to get judged and discriminated because of everything that is going on, which I understand. But eventually, your real self has got to come out. You cannot hide because it is a constant struggle and it weighs on you if you don't.
Right. And you will definitely make yourself sick trying to keep up that inner lie. And people be like, well, what the hell's wrong with you? Be like, well, I'm kind of living a lie a little bit, just a little bit. Like my again, you guys probably know my story of, because I mentioned it before in the show, of I'm being hella judged for being a lesbian. At one point, I was claiming bi because I didn't know what the hell I was because I did have children with an actual guy, but I always knew that I liked women.
Sarah says, were they that surprised? Did they not listen to the lyrics from Old Town Road?
Yes.
And,
Nobody pays attention to the lyrics no more.
And Sarah said to Daz, I'm waiting for my chocolate. And Daz says everybody is treated equal. Hi, Christina.
Hey, Christina. Wait, what chocolate? Are we having chocolate? Who's getting chocolate?
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay. So anyway, I like chocolate bits, by the way.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the fact that I'm being hella judged
He
for
said
being
it's on the way.
Sweet.
Cool.
Just being judged for coming out, even though
How are you, sissy?
Hey, Christina. Just for being judged, me being a mom, and me not living the traditional lifestyle of, oh, well, you must sip wine and wear yoga pants. Nope. This bitch looks like this 24 fucking 7. 24. Right here. Rainbowy. 24/7. That's just me. You can't take the gay out of me. There is no such thing. And there's also another little story of the guy that originally invented conversion therapy.
Oh. Yeah, you were telling me about this.
This stupid mother. Apparently he turned out to be gay, and he has wholeheartedly apologized to the LGBTQ community as well as his friends and family for not understanding what the LGBTQ community goes through, because now that he sees what it's like on the other end, he's like, oh, well, I'm gay. Creating conversion therapy is wrong. I'm like, duh.
Please tell me electric shock was not included in that.
No.
Okay.
It's pretty much conversion therapy. How they explained it in the article is like, hey, well, if you truly walk with God, then you can't be gay. Like, there's no love in that. Like, bullshit. Bullshit. Be like, my wife and I are literally both were raised as, Christians and whatnot, and
yes,
there are literally LGBTQ friendly churches that are out there that will, accept you. There's preachers all over that are starting to get with the times of, we can't judge our community members by, oh, well, you're dating, you're doing man on man relationship or woman on woman or trans or whatever. Like, we can't judge our community members by that as long as you walk with happiness in your heart, you are fine. You are, come on, like you're welcome. I'm here.
Dad says it's in the mail, and Sarah says I am from England, and she also says this ain't the Stepford Wives.
Right. Apparently, one day I will have to prove a point to y'all and randomly get some yoga pants and have just normal hair color and put my hair down and just be like, haha, Stepford Wife, Real Housewives of Ohio, the LGBTQ versions. Um, yeah, I thought that was a really big news article that I'm kind of happy about, but I mean, I'm sad it took this man this long after creating conversion therapy to be like, oh, well, I'm gay, and now I see what people go through. Like, why do you have to walk in somebody's shoes in order not to be a judgmental dick?
Well, see, that's a lot of the times the reasons people are against something because they don't understand it.
Right.
And they're not willing to learn or willing to try to accept it. That's why it's so hard.
Hell, I'm against Brussels sprouts, but that doesn't mean that I haven't tried it at least once. I'm still against Brussels sprouts because they're freaking nasty, but I have tried it. Now, I wholeheartedly can say, you know what, Brussels sprouts really ain't for me. I'm not going to go stop the world and go blow up a Brussels sprout factory and be like, no more Brussels sprouts.
Sarah's laughing.
So, I mean, it's like that. But according to also the Equality Acts of the LGBTQ, there are negotiations that are in the works, I guess, to try to help the LGBTQ students of colleges.
Yes.
I would hope, on everything that I love, I would hope that this is not happening in smaller level schools. Right. Elementary schools, because there are elementary children out there that already know who they are and who they want to be. I hope this is not happening in middle school or high school. It shouldn't happen anywhere, but
Sarah says baby cabbages and started laughing.
Yes, the freaking nasty baby cabbages that I wish they would just go away, but they're good for you. Yum, yum, yum. Ew. So I would hope that on some level this only reaches colleges, but that's probably not the case because, as you guys have probably seen on the news or whatever, bullying is like on the rise.
Yeah.
Probably mainly for portly and chubby, as well as LGBTQ members. And I happen to be not only a woman, but not of the descent that I actually look like I am, but I am a minority, and not of a normal religion, quote fingers. So like I have everything going against me. So people are like, oh, you just must be the worst parent. Oh, like no, I'm pretty decent. I have my moments where I break down. I'm just depressed, like oh, but it's okay not to be okay. You just have to ask for help, calm down, take a minute.
Daz says Brussels sprouts are the food of the gods, and Sarah says, Daz, you're wrong.
Daz, okay, Daz. Why, Daz? Why?
I don't even know how to answer that.
Like, I want an honest opinion in the comments of how do you specifically cook Brussels sprouts? Like, do you put extra seasonings on it, butter? The little baby cabbages of death. Like, I can't. I can't deal with that. It's...
Well, babe, what do you say we play a song?
Yeah.
On that note, to give him time to answer.
The Brussels sprouts.
In fact, I think we're going to go with Little Nas's song. What do you think?
Yes. Now that we were talking about Little Nas, this is for him and all the trouble that he's been through, seeing as how nobody knows how to accept anybody.
And this is his Little Nas's song, Montera.
Montero.
Let us know what you think about it in the comments.
I caught it bad just today. You hit me with a call to your place. Ain't been out in a while anyway. Was hoping I could catch you throwing smiles in my face. Romantic talking, you don't even have to try. You're cute enough to fuck with me tonight. Looking at the table, all I see is bleeding white. Baby, you living the life, but nigga, you ain't living right. Cocaine and drinking with your friends. You live in the dark, boy, I cannot pretend. I'm not faced, only here to sin. If you've been in your garden, you know that you can. Call me when you want, call me when you need. Call me in the morning, I'll be on the way. Call me when you want, call me when you need. Call me out by your name, I'll be on the way. Like, hey, I wanna sell what you're buying. I wanna feel on your ass in the wire. I want that jet lag from fucking and flying. Shoot a shot in your mouth while I'm riding. Oh, I mean, a sign of the times every time that I speak. A dime and a nine, it was mine every week. What a time and a climb, God was shining on me. Now I can't leave, and now I'm making hella Italy. Never want the niggas that's in my league. I wanna fuck the ones I envy. I envy. Cocaine and drinking with your friends. You live in the dark, boy, I cannot pretend. I'm not faced, only here to sin. If you've been in your garden, you know that you can. Call me when you want, call me when you need. Call me in the morning, I'll be on the way. Call me when you want, call me when you need. Call me out by your name, I'll be on the way. Like, call me by your name. Tell me you love me in private. Call me by your name. I do not care if you're lying. You want me, call me, I'll drop everything. Don't need your name, 'cause I don't have to say it. Fuck it, let's ride.
Alrighty, guys, that was Little Nas with his very popular song and controversial song of Montaro. I love the song regardless. I go down the street blasting it sometimes on purpose, and people be looking at me like, yes, or they'll be like, ooh. I'm like, okay. And your point is what? The man makes his money just like you make your money, and he gets money regardless.
And again, us at Soul Snatchers or BTMX own the rights to any of the music that we play, but we do own the rights to bring you good music.
Right. So each song that we play, we are just vibing to it and feeling it. But again, we own no actual rights.
So what else is going on, babe? What else do we got to tell everybody?
Well, freaking apparently, a student had at Bob Jones University has been, I guess, having suicidal tendencies or thoughts after being extra hella harassed at her school with anti-gay post-it notes left on her dorm room door. Apparently she has been trying to get help of, hey, investigate this. This is a hate crime. Talking about, hey, go kill yourself and all this other BS, because she's part of the LGBTQ community. The school refuses for some reason to investigate it. And this all started because she put out a tweet on her own personal Twitter of Happy Pride.
Oh.
I'm gonna let y'all know something right now. Even if, let's say, by some weird chance, I worked at McDonald's or something and I said Happy Pride, if you come at me sideways, I will fucking end you. Do not come at me sideways. What I do on my own personal time and my own social media is literally my business. You mind yours. Stay in your lane.
Yeah. I agree with that.
I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, it's not that hard to be like, oh, well, I don't like that. I'm going to scroll past it. No, you have to make your damn opinions known, which it's fine. Everybody has an opinion, but when you get to the point of being hateful and you're causing another human being mental anguish, that means you need to regulate yourself and literally shut the hell up.
Yes.
Ow, Aries. Please excuse my cat. So, the fact that apparently the cat agrees. So, I would hope that this woman, her name is Elizabeth Hunter, hopefully she gets the help that she freaking needs because that is very, well, not only is that a hate crime that she can't get help to resolve, but just to say something simple like, hey, I'm supporting my community. Happy Pride Month. That's like people that get offended. Oh, Merry Christmas. Be like, no, Happy Holidays. Be like, oh, say Merry Christmas. Jesus. So yeah, again, I would hope that she gets the help that she needs, and if by some weird chance she says this, if you want to message us, you can maybe try to find out a resolution to this because this is like ridiculous, especially for a well-known school to be like, oh, we didn't see nothing. What are you talking about? Ha ha ha, we didn't see nothing. Yeah, you did. Shut up. So with that being said, you can't take back chocolate. I don't want to take back chocolate.
Apparently, we have some comments here.
Yes, let us get to our comment section before I continue with my other story.
As far as the Brussels sprouts go, we've got cook it in bacon grease, saute, then pan fry with Marmite. And then Sarah says there's something wrong with him. He from England, forgive him. He flicks off, Des flicks Sarah off. She said rude, and then laughing faces. And Dorothy says you can also cook it with red wine and shrimp.
I do like shrimp.
And Des says, I think I'll ask for the chocolate back. And she goes, oh no, you can't take back chocolate. Des laughs.
Like, what if I lick all the chocolate? Do you still want it back?
And then Dorothy says it's easy for one to cast their judgment instead of seeing the beauty in someone or thing. And Dorothy also says BTMX is breaking the mold.
Right. We are a special type of people, and we are not the traditional people. That's why it is breaking the mold.
Hey, Rob, how are you?
Oh my God, Rob, hey.
And Sarah says, unfortunately, bullies are a product of bad parenting. It's like manners and respect. It's learned behavior.
Yeah. My daughter, unfortunately, even with her just turning 11 before the whole pandemic thing came about, she was, her brother was being bullied on the school bus, and she would come to, his aid to defend him against fifth, sixth, and seventh graders. And I'm like, your big asses should know better than to pick on a little child. But I also have given, and will always give full-on permission to freaking whoop that ass. Like, if you get in trouble, that's fine. I ain't punish you at home. If you're defending yourself, you may do so. But before you start whooping off on people, you need to make an authority figure aware, like, hey, he's messing with me. I told him to chill.
Daz told Sarah, you'll have to fight for the chocolate.
Damn. I just want a slice. I just want to taste it. So, yeah, like, I'm afraid. It's going to sound really weird to those of y'all out there that are listening, but I'm afraid to death of my children being in the LGBTQ. Not that I won't be supportive of it, but I know what I have to freaking go through, and it's constantly an uphill battle. It's an uphill struggle, but I'm a better person for it, and I'm freaking happy. I'm with who I want to be with, and
yes,
I don't have to be like, I'm gonna pretend to be like Pickles. I'm like, no, we're not doing that.
Okay.
Yes, and such. So with that being said, again, I am wherever my children end up on the spectrum, I'm hella supportive of them, but I don't want to scare them like, hey, you're going to be chastised you're going to be chastised and put on blast forever because of your affiliation with the LGBTQ community if you turn out that way. I don't want to scare them to death, but I do occasionally try to explain. It's almost like someone where you're friends with them and they're like, "Oh, well, if you're friends with them, I can't be friends with you." Okay, bitch, bye. What the fuck?
Dorothy says, not always. It is also fear of being taboo and how surrounding teach one to be such a conflict.
I guess it does make sense.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
I agree.
I
with
get
that.
it. Like I try not to do a whole lot of conflict. I'm a very chill person, but when you push me to that point, it's like, oh no, you screwed up now.
Well, babe, I think we're going to play another song, and then when we come back, I have an announcement of my own that I have to share with everybody.
Yes.
And this song is for Sarah, one of our biggest fans, and it's The Cult featuring Casper Wrath.
Oh, Casper, yes.
So let us know what you think of the song in the comments. Again, it is The Cult featuring Casper, and the name of the song is Wrath.
Wrath. Alrighty, guys, that was The Cult. Excuse me. With the song Wrath. Um, And in a moment, we will be having an interview with God Hates Unicorns.
Yes, and
coming up at 6.
We are very excited to see them and talk with them.
Yes.
But before that happens, I have an announcement that I want to make.
Yes.
I don't know how many of you have seen our previous shows, but in one of our previous shows, I told you all my story about my cancer and how I've survived it twice already. Well, on March 29th, I had an appointment with my cancer doctor, and they found 2 spots. They had to do a biopsy, and I got the call about a week ago that my cancer was back. So now I have to go April 22nd and probably schedule another surgery. And I just wanted to keep everybody updated. I'm staying positive. I know I can get through this. I know what to expect.
Yes.
I've been really tired lately and in my feelings about it. I'm upset, but it wasn't the best news, but I'm still positive about it because I have a great support system and people who love me and support me. And most of all, I have this amazing woman beside me right here to help get me through it.
That was my bad knee.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean that.
Oh. But yes, it always helps when you go through something like this to have an amazing support system and to already know pretty much what you're going through. So you're just like, okay, I know what to expect. I know what to do. I know how to heal. I know how to, who's on myself.
You got the balls of brass. You got this. Kick that cancer in the balls, Dorothy says, and I very much so will.
Yep.
I will keep everybody updated when my surgery is and everything that's going to be done. And I really want everybody the day that I have surgery to wear teal for me.
Right.
Because that's the color of my ribbon.
If you have a teal shirt, teal bracelet, hell, teal sock, just be like on April 22nd whenever the date of surgery is, just be like, got a shirt, got a hair bret.
Thank you for the prayer, Sarah.
Yeah, with that being said, I did want to finish that quick thought.
Oh, go ahead.
The whole LGBTQ thing of children, again, I do support my children in whatever they do. They are school age, so it's like, well, I'm not gonna be like, get out. Like, I'm not stupid. I'm not one of those parents. Because it's bad enough that I will have to protect them from their father and all of his homophobicness and judgment and whatnot.
And I honestly feel that they would get more persecution from him than they would a damn stranger. Yeah. And that's really sad.
And he'll definitely freaking blame me, like, oh, you turned them gay. Be like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. A parent can't turn a child gay, but it's like, whatever. You go with that BS.
Sarah says, you got this, we got you.
That's cool.
Thank you.
That's cool. So, also to just a small, shout out to, my ex or whatever. You can be abusive and narcissistic, and let's hold children against me. You can suck my dick and go jump off a cliff. Goes for hers too. You got something, come to motherfucking me with it.
Ow.
Got balls? I don't think so. Be like, I go through enough, I will end you. Anyway, with that being said, on a positive note, beside of hoes, I shall continue the conversation of, there's also a LGBTQ youth program that's building new homes in Ogden, which is Logan Herbert City.
I've never heard of that.
I've never heard of that either. But apparently, to try to help the LGBTQ youth that is like out there just freaking lost and whatnot, just being like, well, where the hell do I go? What do I do for help? And it's like, haha, we got you. Yes, we got you. So that's really good that they're building something like that. Here in Columbus, there's a lot of good LGBTQ programs, but not actual LGBTQ based housing, which I would kind of hope they get with the program on that, but
Right.
Rome wasn't built in a day. Um,
So, do we have any other?
I love
stories?
stalkers.
I don't. I just want to be at peace.
Yeah, I want to be at peace. Leave me alone. If you ain't here to support me, then you need to go roll your ass down some stairs and leave me the fuck alone. Poof, bitch, be gone. Harry Potter time. Anyway.
Well, I'm not.
So.
Sure
Oh, also, apparently there is also a lot of LGBTQ rock fronted bands that are part of the LGBTQ, which I didn't realize.
Oh,
A good example would be the lead singer of Judas Priest. The man's gay. I had no clue. I had no clue.
Well, there's a lot of people like from the 80s that were in groups that you could tell. Not everybody you could, but some you could.
Like David Bowie, he was just Freddie Mercury, David Bowie. Like you could tell they're you could tell. Not that it's automatically like, oh well, you're a soft spoken person, so you got to be gay. No, it was just something about their aura that was like, you seem really sweet. You must be gay. Like
Sarah says, yes, you get them, Sage.
Yeah, we've been through a lot, and I'm honestly tired of random hookers coming at me and my wife sideways, saying the most dumbass things. Because I'm this mother effing close to just being like, you don't want to see my bad side.
Nate's watching.
Oh, hey, Nate. Like, you really don't want to see my bad side. Ooh, no. None of that. Again, I'm a chill person until you push me there. And once you push me there, you're going to be like, oh, Sage is so mean. Be like, no, I'm tired of hookers doing hooker things, and you need to go stick a dick in your mouth and go somewhere with that bullshit. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I agree with that.
Uh-huh. If you don't have nothing nice to say, then I guess you might as well stick a pickle in there and zip it.
Okay, babe, do we have any more topics to talk about?
Well, beside of hose, there is a Philly Christian.
Wait a second for interview.
Yes. We will also be doing the interview here in just a couple moments. So, which is God Hates Unicorns.
Hello.
How are you guys doing?
Good. How
How
are
are you?
you?
Good.
Awesome. So,
Sorry.
you guys, we've been looking really extra forward to this interview for like so freaking long.
Yes.
Like extra happy. And I love your what's that white coat? I love your white coat. This is
Thank you.
Mine's nice.
I like it. I like fluffy furry things.
So my first question to you guys is, why did you choose your name for your band that you chose?
Oh, I'll let you take that.
It was a name that stuck to me a long time ago when I was visiting a museum in Kentucky. It's a Christian museum for those people who believe like dinosaurs live with people, and it's a creation museum.
Oh, okay.
We were walking through there, and I didn't see any unicorns. So we got back, and I was like, "Well, God must fucking hate unicorns." So
The end.
and that was always in the back of my head. So when me and Jeff started this band, I was like, "How about God hates unicorns?" It's
Oh
memorable,
my God, I love it.
That is freaking awesome.
and it's kind of like 0 divided by 0. You know, it's like
Right.
a really dumb thing, but memorable.
It's pretty much something that's so simple that it's like how would you even I'm trying to figure out the words. How would you even just go around and be like, you know, we should name this band God Hates Unicorns? People be like, the hell did you just say to me? What do you mean? Like, well, the story is what had happened was, you know.
Yeah, and if you Google it, you'll get us no matter what. There's no like random thing you're always gonna get. You're
You
gonna
can
get
find some random things.
yeah, but you have to go down a few things to get random things. Like you
Right,
put
there is one or there is one or two small things, but it's mainly you guys that are like bam in your face, like, well, that's literally all about them.
It's definitely unique.
Like Google has
I
dedicated their
love it.
whole Google search to you guys.
Like when we first found out we were going to be doing the interview with you guys, that's the first question that popped in my head. It's I have to ask, why the name choice?
Right. And we kind of figured it'd be a funny backstory. Like, I bet this is gonna be really good. I'm like, people should take notes. This is probably gonna be really good.
yeah, it's all about Jesus, really.
Right.
It's always about Jesus, but yeah, it's about those wacky people in Kentucky who like they're apostles riding dinosaurs. Like, cool.
I have to look up this museum because I eventually want to visit it and be like, this is where it all started.
It's really fun, but it's very, very sad because like you're walking through and there's like kids there and their parents are walking them through it and you're just like, those poor kids, do I call child services? Because this is like not cool.
Well, it's not correct.
Yeah,
but
yeah. Well, yeah. It's
Right.
we tell our kids a lot of things that aren't correct.
I mean, yeah. Like my son helped write songs.
Well,
A bunch of misinformation just in one building.
It's very, very sad. It will, as funny as it is, as soon as you see children there, you're like, oh man.
Yeah.
This is cool.
Because you would probably see a child like, Mom, what's that? Be like, well, that's the T-Rex and whatnot. Be like, no, don't say that. Shh.
Well, they have an animatronic T-Rex there eating a pineapple.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. Because before they could sin, nobody ate meat. Nothing ate meat. So they actually have a T-Rex trying to eat a pineapple. It's like they have a planetarium. This isn't some small thing. This is like you go there and you spend your day there.
You have to take us then.
We'll go there.
Oh, it's like a wrong version of Disneyland.
Yeah, it's like a planetarium. Earth is only 6,000 years old, and like that whole ordeal. It's
I have to look this up now. Oh my god. Okay, so for you guys that don't know, this is God Hates Unicorns, the band that is originally from Pennsylvania. This is Josh and Jess, which are in charge of the vocals of the band. And oh my god, Jess, wait. Yeah, you have a pink thing on too. Okay, never mind. I just realized the fuzzies. Okay, I'm sorry. I just seen the fuzzies.
We wore our fuzzies especially for this. We like planned it out. We tested
That
the
is,
night.
that is freaking awesome. We have ding ding.
Oh, nice! Hello.
So we are definitely proud of our little unicorn buddy in the back as representation for you guys.
Oh, thank you.
So despite of the recent events of COVID and everything kind of being shut down and slowly being opened back up, do you guys have any special events that'll be coming up, like tours maybe?
We're still kind of playing it by ear for now. I think we're going to start planning out some small shows, some outdoor shows, kind of taking it easy. Working on more stuff like, music videos, more social media stuff, and while things start to really become normal again.
Right.
And
what is normal now?
right. What is it? I don't even remember anything.
this is normal.
Yeah. I don't remember anything before last year.
Maybe a live stream.
Yeah.
We're talking about like I got my second dose of the vaccine, so I have my superpowers, and she's getting hers next week, and we're waiting for people to make it a little safer for people, because we don't want to just go out and do something and then regret it or have something happen, God forbid.
Right, which you guys have to protect yourself as well as the community is so widespread.
We have kids. Some of us have parents. It's just like, okay, we should probably, which is actually good for us though, because we're actually taking it a different approach now. We're doing more social media stuff, more promotion, which we might not have done if we were out every weekend playing or doing this, now we have to like actually think about, okay, how can we be in people's ears and on their screens without playing a show every week?
Being in front of them.
Right.
So it's like, that's helped us out, especially for like other states and countries and stuff. We've been getting a lot more plays and views and stuff just because we're focusing on that now, which is probably more important than playing some local dive bar.
Right.
Right. I mean, at a dive bar, you'd be seen, but now you're really, because of social media, you're in people's mental now.
Yeah.
Like people are just thinking about you like, damn, I really like the song Puppeteer.
We have played a few of your songs on our show too.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
We really like the song Puppeteer and Gothic Jesus.
Okay, cool.
Great choice.
Which is a whole nother question of what is the story behind the song of Gothic Jesus? Their actual story.
Well, like from our lyrics for most of our record, it's all pretty cynical and tongue in cheek. And that one was my idea was if Jesus was a cutter.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that
And
makes sense now.
was like a gothic kid, like some depressed individual.
I wasn't in the band yet.
She wasn't in a band
When
yet, so
this
she's gonna try like plead the
So-
fifth, like she didn't write half the lyrics or something. Like that.
Okay. I got you.
But the idea was like if like Jesus was in a gothic scene and like super depressed, was a cutter. I always say cutter because it's funny on stage to say that, but there's no reference to cutting in the song. But
Right.
but it was more or less like like I mentioned Joy Division and other people in the song. It's more or less like if Jesus was all depressed and sad all the time and like loved like the Cure. And that was pretty much the message behind that. There's nothing too deep about that other than like, wouldn't it be funny if Jesus wore all black and like went to dance nights?
I do like, my favorite line is I'd kill myself if I could. Like that's a singer.
Yeah,
That's
because he
one
can't.
that I
Yeah,
probably couldn't have written down.
yeah, because he can't. Well, he can't kill himself because he's Jesus. That's a sin. So like, it's like the whole. Like, what do you do in that situation if you're super depressed and you want to end yourself, but you're also the son of God and you can't?
It's a real problem.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
the
I guess in hindsight, it really makes people think like the song. I think it was from the either 80s or 90s. Like, what if God was one of us?
Yeah. That's what would
Like-
happen. That.
Right.
Well, he couldn't though. Dude, that's the thing.
Sarah says, I must be really stoned. He sounds like Dennis Quaid.
Look at you, Dennis.
Apparently, you sound like Dennis Quaid.
Oh, cool. Is that the weird one or the good one?
I think that's the good
I
one.
think that's a good one. Not
Yeah,
the
is
two
Dennis
words, but
one
it's a
from
good one.
Kingpin?
Yeah.
Or is that Randy?
I think so. Is he from Kingpin?
I don't think so. I think that was Randy Quaid.
Oh, Randy Quaid. Okay, never mind.
Oh, Randy Quaid's the one from Kingpin.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I'm
But
the
you
hand.
sound like Dennis Quaid, the good one.
Yeah, one of the fans said he sounds just like Dennis Quaid.
Oh, it's my dad though, so that's cool. Shout
And
out
I just now heard it.
to Dennis Quaid.
That is freaking awesome.
That's not his
So,
dad.
Dad,
It's not.
it is. Dad. From now on, it is.
No, yeah, that's true. I have family members I don't know about
Yeah,
out there,
yeah, you do.
but
That's kind of scary.
Yeah. Cheers, Dennis.
to Dennis.
If he was watching, he'd be like, "Oh, dude, yes, cheers, yay!"
I'll send him the video
Um,
when I talk to him.
Yeah, I mean, you say goodnight to
Yeah,
Dad.
when I say goodnight to him.
Oh, I'm sure he'd appreciate that if he was watching. Like, oh, my heart.
Nice time.
Was he in G.I. Joe?
I don't know.
I don't know. Was he in G.I. Joe?
I know he was in the movie Inner Space.
I haven't seen it.
It's got Martin Short in it, and he's like this. He works for, I think it's like space, and they shrink him down, and he ends up going into Martin Short's body,
What the hell?
and they have to figure out how to get him
His body.
out of his body and back to life size because he's like shrink to like smaller than a microchip. It's
Okay.
it's kind of like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but it's not. And the movie's called Inner Space.
Okay.
It's
Um,
it's only very more intimate.
And I put him in Martin.
huh?
I want to be inside Martin Short.
Oh, I know you do, but this is like a different one.
Oh my God. You're like, I have Martin Short money and I look like Martin Short, but I'm not really Martin Short. So you guys, like, what actually made you create your group of God Hates Unicorns? Not the name, but just the group. Are you a group of friends? You've known each other since childhood, and you're
We
just
don't
like, you know,
like each other.
Yeah, we don't really get along that well.
I'll hide my face. Okay.
No, but I started it with a childhood friend, Jeff, who plays keys,
Mhm.
and then it just kind of snowballed from there with different members until we got to where we are now with 6 members now. Holy shit, there's too many of us.
There's,
Somebody's getting fired. Somebody's getting fired. There's too many of us.
there's a lot.
Morris
There's
met Jeff and Tim.
Jeff, I met Jeff when I was in grade school, and Tim and Marcus joined up a few years later,
And that,
and then Matt,
and then me.
and then
because
her
he
over
was
the pandemic she
over
joined.
the pandemic. I met you. I kind of knew him, but he brought a sign to one of my other shows from my last band, just like it just said "Just Can't Dance." And was holding it up during my show.
Still rings true.
Oh,
You put people on blast.
We
Put that down.
used to protest shows and stuff. It was great.
That is hilarious. Oh my God. So you guys, like, for anybody that, you know, there are a lot of upcoming bands, whether it be young or older or whatever, what advice would you possibly give them to be like, you're not just a group of friends, you are more than that. You have to come together as a musical, pretty much a musical entity. Like, what advice would you give those people that's trying to come together and not be like, I'm gonna fight you on these lyrics and just fight all the time?
Probably just quit and give up.
No.
No. You have something more positive than what I want to say?
Well, I was just gonna say, you know, one of the phrases that I learned way back when was "serve the song." You know, everybody's gonna have their own agenda, and everybody's gonna have their own idea and what they think is the best. And you know, you really have to make sure it's like everybody has their input and say, because even though you think your ideas are the best, and like in my case my ideas are always the best, it's still it's still important. Like maybe you have an idea but somebody else has another idea. You always have to serve the song and not yourself. And then to just make sure everybody's engaged and on the same page.
Yeah, check your ego at the door.
Right.
Because like
Yeah.
I'm a very egotistical person.
Yeah.
But it was my idea to bring a second vocalist on. So like that should say something on for like serving a band, serving a song is like, okay, well this asshole who always wants attention is like willing to give up a portion of his to make the group stronger, make sense of things. So like you said, serving the song, check your ego at the door. Most people have good ideas, and if it's a bad idea, it's a bad idea, but play it out.
And just say the ideas. You got to speak your mind and what you're thinking. Throw it out there.
Right. Because I mean, if you don't say anything, then how's anybody going to get anywhere or know anything? Like, hey, we should try this. Be like, oh no, we're afraid to try this. Be like, well, how do you know if it will work or not work if you don't try it?
Right.
Yeah, it's all about ego and like who wants to be credited for this and that, or who wants to be like, well, that was my idea. Who gives a shit? Work with each other, play with each other, practice all the time.
Yeah,
like we've all been practicing on our own this whole entire time, but we haven't had band practice in over like 6 months.
Because of, we've been separating into small groups.
Yeah, 2 of us get together, like me and her work on vocals. Our guitarists and bassists get together to work on stuff. Our drummer has an electronic kit he practices on.
Jeff does stuff.
Yeah, Jeff does stuff. I think he
Oh, sweet.
Hi, brother.
That's her brother. He does stuff.
Ah, there you go. I was gonna say, like, so is anybody brother or sister?
Was that?
What'd you say, Star?
Oh, I was saying, that was gonna be my next question. Is anybody actually like related in the group?
No, we just say that we're brother and sister.
So you guys,
No,
well, I mean, you're still like family though.
we are like family, and it's funny because
Family isn't always blood.
it is, and we are a family. I barely got to really. I've never got to do like a real proper show with these guys. I haven't even got to practice that much. I know Josh very well. We were friends before that. Our kids hang out, we hang out. But it's going to be so nice, once we can really get together again, coming here soon, and like really in a month, and we're going to be ready to roll. So it's going to be awesome. Just getting to spend time together and really make some stuff happen.
Yeah, we're gonna work on our. I think we're just gonna go right into our next record. Actually, start writing for our next thing because why the hell not, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Were you guys planning on doing another album or making another one?
Yeah, that's our next goal. Is we're gonna work on the few music videos, and the next month I think for the song Manners, and then for a song we haven't decided on yet, and then we're gonna start writing for the new record because we need something new out there. I mean, even though we just released this, we got to start, going for this at the end of the year next year to like, progress and like maybe even put something more serious out there. I don't know. Like as far as people content, the music speaks for itself, but like be serious for occasionally. That's mostly her. She tries to be like a cynic all the time. I'm always trying to be like, no, let's think about something real.
Absolutely not.
See, that's brother sister conversation. Be like, yeah, you are. Be like, I'm not. Stop it.
You not.
I'll always be real on the whole song. Like this would be funny. Like, come on, write a serious song here.
Oh yeah, that's always me. No, although I was brought on, apparently my responsibility is somehow to be the person that says no to things, which I'm not good at doing. I'm just like, oh, what's that idea? That's disgusting. We should do it.
Yeah,
that'll be great.
Yeah, we had an idea for we have a song on our album called Heaven Sent, where we discuss like less lubrication, like holy water, but lubrication.
Why not?
So I was thinking we should have that as a merch thing.
We could make a little commercial.
We have lube that's like we say is blessed by a priest or something.
Well, we should get it blessed by a priest.
We can't get it blessed by a priest. I mean,
we don't want to lie to people.
No, we don't want to lie. But
if you guys find a priest that can do that, I'd like to interview him.
Yeah.
I was saying, like, if you guys actually find, I'd like to interview him too, just to be like, how did that feel?
Yeah. I'll find a priest that'll bless the blood.
I'll just
give me till next.
I'll just put it in a bottle and say it's my dad's ashes.
Oh.
Shout out, Dennis.
Oh yeah, sorry, Dennis. You're still alive, bud. Poor Dennis Quaid.
Dennis Quaid's like, I can't claim you anymore. I'm sorry. So if this pandemic ever decides to, halt, cease, desist, it's nonsense. Do you guys think you would ever actually come to Ohio to do a tour?
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we were already talking about like Virginia, Ohio, out east,
New York,
Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey, like Germany, because that's apparently I'm German. So.
Oh yeah, somebody said you sounded German, and they played Shift Ma'am on the radio in Germany on FM radio.
Yeah,
so
we were on FM radio.
Accomplishment. Thank you so much, Gene.
I got to say we get to say the C word on FM radio, which is amazing.
That's freaking badass.
Yeah, right.
You should be proud of that.
God of War, be a happy man.
Right.
Like.
But yeah, we'll definitely be going to Ohio.
Life goal accomplished.
I'm so happy.
Yeah, but yeah, we're talking about like expanding this because like over the last year we've been doing more with like social media and the internet stuff. What all you young kids say. Or what do you kids say?
They don't say that.
They don't say internet stuff. The internet's.
theinternets.com.
I'm still like a pure Pittsburgh band, over 50. But we've been talking about like going to Ohio. 'Cause I have contacts in Cleveland, Columbus, and Cincinnati, so we have a avenue to go through for those shows when and if they can happen again.
They will.
I mean,
Right.
yeah, but we'll still be a band.
I mean, probably not. We'll get sick of each other.
Yeah, I mean, we're already on the precipice of that now.
That's
But I don't know if it's been far past this interview.
God.
No, but yeah, we definitely want to come through Ohio. We definitely want to do a bunch of stuff, and it's with this pandemic, it's been a blessing and a curse at the same time. Because like the blessing has been like we could focus, and we got her for some reason, and then the curse is we can't do anything.
I
So
was like, I found this really cute cat on the doorstep. Hey, come on, cat. Like, we just randomly found.
Oh, come here, kitty.
No, I'm saying like.
Oh yeah, me. I thought you
He's
could
just like, I don't know where she came from. She's just like, hi.
Yeah, I just kept showing up.
yeah,
They didn't really have a choice, I guess.
yeah.
Like, we love you. Come on in.
I'm on it.
So let's go to any fan questions that we have for the group of God Hates Unicorns. Question, comment, popping off. I can't see.
Yeah, we don't have anything yet.
Nothing yet. Okay.
I wouldn't want to either.
So you guys.
That I wake up and I must.
Oh,
Dorothy Gray wants to know, what do you guys think of BTMX?
Oh, we love BTMX.
BTMX.
Aww.
They're share our stuff. They're
I'm
cool.
just kidding. They're BTMX.
I know they are.
Oh, well,
we definitely appreciate that.
I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
Um,
They're great.
Yeah, you guys are great.
Aw,
Thank you. We appreciate that. So again, for you guys that possibly have just joined us, this is the group God Hates Unicorns. If you want any of their band info or merch, it is godhatesunicorns1.bandcamp.com. Originally from Pittsburgh. And I actually had a question and it was seem odd. Do you guys ever think as a band you would relocate?
No. Well, maybe. I mean, give us an offer.
What the fuck answer was that? Well, maybe, yeah, give us an offer.
Well, if we're gonna all be billionaires, I'm sure everyone will say yes.
If we got an offer to be like on a label and like do stuff, I'd force them at gunpoint.
Yeah, you're not gonna turn down $1 million contract.
Yeah, but like the problem is no one's offering those contracts anymore.
No, and that's
Is
the
there-
thing. It doesn't really
The
work.
record industry's dead. It's been dead since Spotify existed.
And plus, we all are.
But yeah, if they're like, hey, go to Germany, you guys could tour and make a living, I would do it. If it was like we could make a living off of it, the same we're doing now, I would do it in a heartbeat. Other guys, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, it's hard.
But I can always find new guys. So,
like, bye.
like,
Like, I love you, but bye. I'm going to Germany to make $1 million. You
I
can stay
know,
in your house.
there's always other people,
We have friends in Germany.
we have friends in Germany. So if it, if it made sense, I would.
Yeah.
It would really have to make sense, though.
Yeah, because most of us have like we're a little bit older. We have families and roots and stuff. And,
Of course.
but if I was able to quit my job and my wife could quit her job,
Oh yeah.
then it would be an easy decision.
Just do that, sure.
But other than that, no.
Right. It'd be like, hey, let's just go to Germany to buy some shoes. Be like, no, this is a lifelong commitment. We just can't go across seas and be like, okay, we're here.
In my 20s without kids, for sure.
Right.
We'll live
Right.
we'll live in a freaking bungalow in freaking West Virginia and tour the country. But now it's like, no, we have to make sure we're making money.
Making the Mooney.
Awesome. So another question is, will you guys be watching the Underground show tonight?
Oh gosh, we're gonna have to be.
Sure.
We'll be here. You'll be
Um,
here.
Sweet. It looks really pretty and warm where you're at.
It's lovely Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, like it looks really calm. Right now we're having wind and rain issues. So if you hear something clanking, it's the wind being like, wee.
Yeah, we're having severe wind here. We're in Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. They
so-
have a crazy weather in Ohio.
Huh?
I lived in Ohio briefly, and I was like, I know about weather, and like I guess I lived too close to the lake, and it was wild. Like there was so much snow, so much precipitation. It was crazy. I couldn't even believe it.
Lake effect is the most ridiculous thing ever, and I'm just glad I don't live in upper Ohio, because that lake effect, it just makes everything 10 times worse.
Yeah, that's where I'm from, is Upper Ohio, well, northeastern Ohio.
Yeah. So the Underground show is with DJ Draxus of BTMX, and he will be having an interview with Jenna, which is from First Angel Media.
Yeah, she
Oh,
is.
nice. Oh, I love her.
Yeah.
And he'll be doing an interview with her and something very special for her as well that'll be coming up. So yeah, we were just wondering, would you guys like to, pop in and be like, hi, because it starts at 8.
Sure.
Sweet. I can send you guys a link if you already don't have it or whatnot. Just pop in and say hi.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I think we are about out of time for the interview. We would like to close out your interview with your Gothic Jesus song.
Okay.
So everybody can get a good round listen of that, because I honestly had to listen to the song twice, and I'm like, did I hear that correctly? And I'm like, no, I'm deaf. And I'm like, no, I heard it correctly. I had to rehear it. I'm like, okay, I like it. Then I was like, wait, what the hell did I say? I'm like, rewind.
I
And
definitely
it's
said
our
that.
honor to have you two amazing people on our show and come and talk to us today.
Right. We definitely thank you guys for our time and for giving BTMX your time to interview, and hopefully see you guys at the Underground show tonight.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Alrighty, awesome. We love you guys, and again, thank you for your time. And again, guys, if you're just joining us, this was the interview for God Hates Unicorns, and we shall be playing their song of
Gothic Jesus.
Gothic Jesus. Alrighty, thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
I'm so dark, I'm so depressed. My heart is in abscess. I'm so cold, I'm so lonesome. Dressed in black, I'm so handsome.
Alrighty, guys. I hope you guys really liked that interview with God Hates Unicorns.
I did. I enjoyed it.
Some pretty fun people.
Yes.
We'll definitely have to keep up on their upcoming tours and what's in the works, especially with pandemic freaking popping off and just never-ending pandemic crap going on. And the song that you heard was Gothic Jesus. So, how do you guys like it? Like it, didn't like it, need more of it? Leave a comment for that. Also, we have a, I'm going to say friend request, song request of Say It to Her Face by brain fart, The Relentless. Please excuse me. The Relentless. I've never heard this song before, but I'm very anxious to hear it. So again, this is Say It to Her Face by The Relentless.
We good on the bass and then some. Go ahead, ladies. They've already been working on the demos. You don't like them, you don't gotta use them, but this is why you hired me.
Can you believe the outcome? Now I'm asking you, God, how come? Can you believe the outcome? Now I'm asking you, God, how come? The things we wish to perceive are always what we want to believe. And now I must confess, these are the thoughts that I'll possess. All these chains wrap around my back. When we're face to face, I'm always the one who cracks. If there's a real lost company, oh, get the hell out of my house. Won't you please just look at me? Nobody to let me under your blouse. If there's a real lost company, oh, get the hell out of my house. Won't you please just look at me? Nobody to let me under your blouse. Something says cannot.
She ain't gonna play bass, she gonna play face. So why don't you have a seat for us, darling? So you got Johnny. Sing it to her face. And Lily, now's not the time to be shy.
Crucify me with blame, but only if you share in the pain. Admit it was all a cruel game. I leave my heart on the open flame. Well, you can crucify me with blame, but only if you share in the pain. Admit it was all a cruel game. I leave my heart on the open flame. You can crucify me with blame, but only if you share in the pain. Admit it was all a cruel game. I leave my heart on the open flame.
Alrighty, guys, that is say it to her face by coughing your lung out by the Relentless. Thank you for requesting that song. I've never heard that before, so now I like it. So
Des says loving it, and that cat is gorgeous. That is Lotus. She is our Siamese.
This is our Siamese cat, Lotus. She's about 5 or 6 years old, and she just, randomly runs around the house doing cat stuff. So yeah, with that being said, again, you guys don't forget to comment and share on our video, just in case Facebook acts like a hater and goes down. You can always do the Twitch or the Streamlabs, or of course YouTube. So with that being said, babe, you want to pick another song, or do you have something to, I guess?
I mean, I'm guessing we're about out of time here, so. Okay.
All right, so we will be ending the show with one of our jams of.
I think I'm going to go with the plot.
Actually, we have a song request.
Actually, I'm going to let DJ Shadow pick the last song. How's that sound?
Awesome.
Don't forget to subscribe and follow us and share us out.
Share.
Tune in tonight for the Underground Show. We love y'all, and we'll see you next week.
Never known a girl like you before. Just like in a song from days of yore. Hear you come knocking on my door. I never met a girl like you before. You give me just a taste, so I want more. You made me acknowledge the devil in me. I hope to God I'm talking metaphorically. Hope that I'm talking allegorically. Know that I'm talking about the way I feel. And I've never known a girl like you before. Just hands are bleeding and my knees are raw. You got me crying on the floor. I've never met a girl like you before. You made me acknowledge the devil in me. I hope to God I'm talking metaphorically. Hope that I'm talking allegorically. Know that I'm talking about the way I feel. And I've never known a girl like you before. Never.